Hey, what's up out there again? It's me, again, coming with another video. It's so funny because I didn't think I was gonna have so much videos about the wintertime, but it looks like a lot of my videos gonna be about the wintertime because that's what I'm currently facing right now. As you can see, I'm up north, winter ready. Um, it's funny because I got a load. Um, and I was actually caught up in a like a snowstorm, if you want to call it. And my boy called me, and he's like, well, because he had to come the same direction I was coming, so he's like, let me check the weather, let me make sure what's going on. And he asked my location, and he said, yo, you're like dead smack in the spot where the it is, and you're actually driving in the same direction. So that's what it looks like a lot of truck drivers do. They go and they check the weather channels to make sure, to map out their rides and their routes, I should say, which is a smart thing to do. So they know either they're going to drive or they're going to pull over and wait it out. So the funny thing is, what I realize is I don't have that qualification. That's what a lot of smart truck drivers do. They say, hey, listen, I got two scenarios for you that you might want to do. Either you want to speed up and drive through it, because ahead of it, it's just like a rain. It's pretty much going to be rain. Or you can pull over and wait it out till tomorrow. That's what a lot of truck drivers do. They go ahead and pull over and wait it out until tomorrow. But being a race horse driver, we don't do stuff like that at all. And I got to work on that, though, for real. Like, I really got to, what you want to do what smart drivers is doing that last long out here. And that's to play it safe, pull over, one day missed beats a day in the ditch. We all heard the saying. And it's so funny because I heard that saying from a lot of truck drivers at the truck stop. But again, this is me talking to, man. So, hey, yeah, that's what's up. Guess where I'm at, driving. Because, my thing is, I know everybody is being safe. I want to get, past some miles. Meanwhile, they play it safe. I still drive a safe speed, but I get like, a couple hundred miles knocked down. I wake up thinking about me still being stuck back there with the rest of the safe drivers. And then guess what happens? They wake up, and now all the drivers on the road, so it's more traffic for me. I really don't want to deal with that type of scenario. With me, it's not that much trucks out there. But, I gotta say, there are some drivers out there that just disregard the snow. And so I'm not the only one, so I get it. And I got a video I'm going to shoot with this one to show you, give you an example of how bad the road was really looking when I was out there. And I want to give you guys a few pointers for the ones that is out here, or, that's thinking about coming out here and, giving it a try and seeing how far they can get. Sometimes you got a load that got to be delivered and you really can't stop and you have to deal with the snow. Sometimes that snow going to last for a whole 5 days, so you can't sit there. It's but so long you can sit there. But I mean, in reality, it ain't going to last that long. You're going to have some trucks come out, clear the road up, throw some salt in the road, off you're going to go. But anyway, one thing I realized, what happened is you have passenger cars that drive with you out here in the snow. And, a lot of times, on the regular road, what we'll do is we may drive side by side up the road with them. But in this scenario, I wouldn't even recommend that. So me personally, when you're dealing with any vehicle, when you're dealing with snow or ice or, winter weathers, you want to go ahead and put your flashes on and move over to the left lane and kind of like slow it down until the person passes you or you pass that person. You really don't want to be caught up in challenging this car, because at the end of the day, you know better. We see the drivers. We shouldn't be out there in the road, period. So, we look real bad getting involved in accidents that could be prevented. So I recommend to you guys, when you have drivers on the side of you, or they're coming up on side of you fast and it's real bad, just go ahead and signal that this is a hazardous situation for the driver, in hopes that he's going to drive up and not ride the side of your truck. Another scenario I want to give you is like I said this in another video, but I'm gonna say it again. Is like, you want to tap the brakes. You know, you driving, and you know, the terrain changed. You know, it goes from snowing, then it can go from ice, then it can go from ice and dry to just straight dry, then it can go right into ice. You can go into snow. It changes. You know, it's not gonna stay the same. You know, you flying down here 65 miles an hour, and I seen all the time. You know, one of my trainers, that's one of the best advice he gave me, when I was driving like 35 miles an hour through like a whole state. You know, he kept waking up to see, like, he like, man, you still driving? And I'm like, yeah. He said, hey, look, man, shit, it don't even matter. You know, just stay safe. And, you know, I drove out that thing 35 miles an hour, and the guys out there flying and stuff, and he's like, man, shoot, let me tell you something. Those dudes be the ones being on the side of the ditch after a while. And when I be driving, I be seeing all these guys on the side of the ditch. I think about him all the time. And, you know, my thing is about that is, you know, I don't want to look at somebody else driving fast and think I can do the same thing, because, you know, the case might be different. This guy might have the you know, 6, 7, 8 expensive tires on his truck that can endure, you know, this type of weather. And, you know, I probably have, you know, some old worn out tires that can't really take it. So why am I going to think that I could just drive the same way this man driving, and not understanding that he might have some high-tech stuff on his truck? I'm not going to push that. Not me. You know, that's for somebody else. You know, somebody might get up here and, you know, say what they want to say about it. But shoot, hey, listen, keep doing your thing. I'm just going to drive like how I drive. So, you know, another change in terrain that might happen while you're driving is the hill. You know, you're driving, because this happened. You know, I'm driving, and I start feeling the truck pulling. So that's when I realize I'm on a hill. So I don't want to be in a position where the truck start going 60, 75, and there's ice under me. So when I start seeing that, or, you know, before I see a hill coming up, I start slowing down, or, you know, I start slowing down. But if I'm caught in a hill, not realizing that I'm in a downslope hill, I start tapping the brakes. If the truck starts sliding, I let off the brakes, and I press on it easy. I put an easy light pressure to try to catch some type of control, because you do not want that truck out of control. And then start going to speeds where it's hard for you to slow it down and catch it. I'm seeing guys tearing their trucks up out here. So, you know, you want to be mindful of these situations. You know, like I said, to give a recap, when you see drivers, especially these passenger cars, they you know, sometimes, you know, their tires not that good, and then, you know, they be in the midst of driving straight, and all of a sudden they just do a spin out of nowhere. That could be a spin out right into your truck. You don't want that. Go on to the side, put them hazardous on, and let them go ahead and go. You pick your speed back up. There's no rush out here, because you gotta think, if you want to be like that, just pull over to the side and be where everybody else at. Don't be out here risking your license and points and accidents and stuff like that. Just go on and pull over. But if you're trying to get out here and move over. Let these people go by. Be mindful that, you know, you may run into dry spots. That don't mean to just keep on flying down the road and speeding. Still maintain that speed. And see, a good sign to tell if you got ice on the ground is by looking at those mirrors on the hood. When that ice start developing on the side of on that mirror, yeah, you got some ice coming. You see your rearview mirror. You might have an antenna. This is all in the book. You know, you gotta look for the signs that might have ice on the ground. I just drove through states that had black ice warnings out there. Scared to death, but I had to keep on driving. Just use precaution. You know, I slowed down to steady pace, kept tapping that brake, make sure everything was good. But I'm not gonna fly down the road just because I start seeing the snow clear up a little bit. You know, the snow plow, they might have a nice little time to clear up that little area, and then they might have stopped. But guess what? You flying. So by the time you realize it, you ain't gonna be able to stop. You're gonna have to start tapping that brake. Ease your way down. Just let off the gas. Just stop, let off the gas. And then let the truck move, but you just tap it. And if it's out of control, just put a little bit of pressure on it, where just a light pressure where it's not gonna let the truck go out of control. But you want to find that place where you can like kind of tap the the brake a little bit to get you a little that little brake in there so it can slow the truck down. But you don't want to sit on it. So, you guys be careful out here, because it's real out here. All right, man. I'm going to end this right here. Until next time, stay safe out there. Peace.